Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. This will probably be a pretty brief message, but it's one that I just wanted to be shared right away. And by the way, if you hear guitar singing in the background, my husband is in another room in the house practicing guitar and singing songs. So I'm fortunate enough to sort of hear music in my background for the morning. Um, so what today's message is about is always go to the light. We've all heard, obviously, the meme, the phrase "go to the light, go to the light," and it's often said in terms of when people pass away, when they die, when they cross over, they need to go toward the light. And it's such a ubiquitously known phrase that it even appears sometimes in sort of sitcom situations, where someone is passed out or has gotten knocked out or is something's going on that's funny, and someone will say, you know, Joe, go to the light. So anyway, we all know that phrase. But what today is about is, yes, always go to the light. What does that mean? We spend most of our day at a very sort of surface level, ego consciousness level, that's sort of the cares of the day, survival oriented. What do I need to do? What's on my to-do list? What reports are due at work? I need to take my kids here and there. The very sort of surface level negotiating our physical daily lives level of focus. And there's a whole other level of focus, which is more expanded into our true self, our expanded awareness of who and what we truly are. And our consciousness really is like a beam. You can have your consciousness just focused in that surface level ego cares of the day area. You can go into meditation and focus it. I'm trying to get into the frame here. Focus it, and it doesn't matter if you do this down or up, by the way. But so in the focus level of meditation, where you are in the all consciousness, you're the God consciousness, and you feel yourself as all. And there's the ability to, as we progress, the ability to go into what most of us call whole consciousness, where you expand your beam. You know you're the physical presence walking around, experiencing and creating in daily experiences and daily experiences and concerns, and you're aware of yourself as your whole consciousness, your true self, and you walk around in that state, and that is whole consciousness. Well, so the thing is that again we get into the ego level focus, and it can become very survival oriented, as in when there's any kind of a challenging or uncomfortable situation going on, any kind of a problem going on. Boy, our ego just goes, I got to fix this. I've got to think about this. I've got to work on this. I got to work this out. And the thing is that it's doing its best to work with what it's got to resolve the situation. But as Einstein said, and I might have to paraphrase here, but as he said, you cannot solve a problem with the same mindset that you created the problem. So that threatened, I've got a problem mindset of the surface level ego isn't going to be able to come up with the resolution and the answer. That's the whole problem. And so what do? Even though our ego self, we might, I got to solve this, I cannot be going into meditation now, I've got to focus on this problem. Yeah, actually, let go. Allow your consciousness to raise up, expand, rise up into where it's more of that whole consciousness, where you're more awake and aware and expanded in your inner true self, because that's where our creative empowerment is. That's the place from whence we create our experiences, and all of the possibilities for how things could resolve or could resolve themselves are in that area. All the possibilities are not in this surface level ego consciousness, what I call the carrot brain consciousness. That's not where the answers are. The answers are in your inner true self consciousness, your higher consciousness. So it's not just for when we pass away to go to the light. It's literal. Seth says we're as dead now as we'll ever be, and we are as awake now as we'll ever be, or as alive. He uses the word alive. We're as dead now as we'll ever be. We are as alive now as we'll ever be. We are our true self. We are our consciousness that is aware of itself. As Seth also says, we are eternal. We are absolute. So the go to the light phrase, that doesn't just apply when we pass over and drop the physical body. That's meant to be applied now as we are focused in physical experience. That really is where creating heaven on earth, that's where the truth of that comes in. When we learn to start going to the light while we're here in physical body and physical experience, we are creating heaven on earth. We're walking around as whole consciousness, and the resolutions come more easily. The problems aren't problems anymore so much as they are creative challenges, and we can experience joy and creativity and a sense of well-being and safety no matter what's going on. So anyway, that's the message for today. I will be posting another video sometime today. I'm still working on the editing. I recorded it yesterday. It's about the new quantum financial system that will be coming into place by the end of 2025, and some information on fifth dimensional abundance and money. So I'm working on editing that video for you. I'll try to get it up today. And also, just to remind you, I've got 2 live events scheduled, and I want to invite you. Tomorrow, Sunday, January 5th at 2 o'clock Eastern, I'll be doing a live attunement to your highest vibration group event, and I'll leave a link below in the description. Please click that, register, sign up, and join us live for this wonderful, uplifting, empowering, sort of meditational attunement to your highest vibration. And also, I've scheduled my first live weekly spirit talk, which is a weekly Zoom meeting between myself and actually Patreon members. Don't go away, because this one's open to everybody. This is something I really have felt urged to do, which is to have a weekly talk with the people that want to be there and talk about all things spiritual and co-creation and uplifting and raising vibration and creating heaven on earth. So I will be doing those weekly. And this first one is open to everyone, including you. Again, I will leave a link in the description below. You can register for that. It will be via Zoom, Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock. That's January 7th at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And both events are at no charge. So please do join us. Blessings.